What's up, witches? It's a beautiful morning. It's coffee time. Pi and I are hanging out, and it's time for another unboxing. Here, what are you doing? Uh-oh. He wants to get to the window really bad, so you might hear a crash and the breaking of glass. I hope not. Can you say hi, Pi? Oh, he's watching the leaves fall. He wants to get over there so bad. Today I am unboxing the second of Lucy Cavendish decks, both called the Magickal Spellcards. Yesterday's video was about this deck, which was published by Hay House in 2002 as Magickal with just a C spell cards. This deck was published in, let's see, this is Blue Angel 2017. So, and the K on here, to me, says this was more aimed at adults. That's the spelling that witches use to differentiate the magic that we do, the spiritual energy work that we do, from stage magic, you know, sleight of hand, illusion stuff. Okay, so really nice box. We've got this beautiful drawing with the planetary glyphs. Interesting ones. The glyph for Uranus is like upside down. Craft, cast, activate, empower. Lucy Cavendish, Blue Angel, the sacred keys to effective casting and crafting. What? You're slipping. What? Okay. These spells are enchanted, loving exercises, sacred prayers in action, to guide, support, and activate your innate magical powers. The result can be a more authentic, prosperous, and blissful life. Respected witch and international best-selling author Lucy Cavendish has cast and crafted magical spells for over 30 years. Now in this classic deck, she shares some of her most effective and trusted spells. This tried and tested collection will support you in attracting a soulmate, enhancing intuition, creating abundance, improving health, letting go gracefully, enjoying career success, and manifesting loving friendships. Here come the lawnmowers. Each spell is sacred and purposeful, harnessing the energy of love and light, always for the highest good of all and our planet. Allow these life-changing spells to bring love and healing magic into your life, as well as the lives of those you love. Whoopsie. Get up on the back of the chair, Pi. Whack it. You're slipping, bub. And we know what'll happen then. It'll be claws in the back and crying. There will be great weeping. Okay. Includes 45 magical spell cards and an in-depth, easy-to-understand guidebook on spellcasting, moon phases, magical correspondences, and fascinating background information for each spell. There's some images, and again, 2017 from Blue Angel. And I just realized that I still have my black screen video on, which is crackling fireplace, so you're probably hearing that. Then you're probably hearing the landscapers because I have the windows open. Last night has to be the last night of windows open for the season. We had 2 beautiful days, mid-70s yesterday. We had a fire last night, and I slept with the windows wide open because it only went down to 60. And then here comes November. All right. So lots of noises going on, but a beautiful, beautiful morning. And I want to offer you some blessings on this morning as we dive into these spells. We have a cover sheet. Some decks do this, and I'm not sure why. I think Blue Angel usually has that just protector sheet. Okay, Magickal Spellcards Guidebook. Very nice guidebook. Soft yet substantial. And here are the cards. The backs with the same design that's on the front of the box. And now we got airplanes going overhead to add to the symphony of sounds happening in this house. All righty. So the first one is love. Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. So we have little verses. Abundance. And the artwork, let me see if we can get an attribution for artwork here. Design, Blue Angel Publishing. And now we've got a weed whacker. Welcome to my world. All right. Well, I love it because this is like all the last sounds of summer are having their last hurrah. We are a week out from Samhain. All right. This is fucking hilarious. Ah! Pi didn't like that. Edited by Leela Williams, Guidebook and Card Messages. So the artwork, I'm assuming, was not specifically done for this deck. I'm trying to figure out what that tells me. You know I have a thing about artists being given an attribution. About the author. All right. So it does look like these are images that are drawn from old, probably open source by now, illustrations. Where'd you go, Pi? I have to be so careful when I'm on this chair that I don't move without knowing where he is. All right. Whack away, boys. Whack away. Abundance. Goddess of abundance divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Prosperity. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. Beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. Justice. By the power of 3 by 3, Mat, deliver justice to me. Letting go. Allow the wisdom to remain, but the sting I shall never feel again. Ooh! Ooh! This is exciting to me. Wisdom. On a Wednesday with a waxing moon, let wisdom come and be renewed. So why Wednesday? That's the day of Mercury, the mind and intellect. Destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. Peace. Breed, goddess, in your sacred name, a light within me, peace's flame. See, I would be going for passion's flame. Or breed is about passion and craft work. You know, she's the sacred flame in the holy well, and I don't know that I go with peace there. I go with the fire of the forge. Authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. Passion, rise up high. Inflame my purpose, reach the sky. Success. Success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor, integrity. Energy. A light inside my fire divine. Energy fill me, make me shine. Friendship. Bring me to friendship true. Sharing laughter, understanding too. Glamour. Into this mirror I now see the realms of possibility. Joy. As I do will, so mote it be. Let joy and light radiate from me. Courage. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Now see, why don't we go help me see what I must know? So it rhymes. Sorry. I love that there are verses because rhythmic chanting puts your brain hemispheres together. And the more of your brain that you can engage when you're doing spell work, the more potent the spell is. So when you just say words, you're engaging the language part of your brain. When you do it rhythmically, you are engaging a musical part of your brain and other different parts. When it rhymes, you're engaging something else. When you write that verse down, you're engaging your visual. When you do it with images, like using cards to illustrate the spell and gazing on those images, you engage the visual part. So again, I love that there are verses. Just make them really rhyme when you can. You can do it. Inspiration. Isis, goddess of magic, I ask thee, bring your inspiration to me. Grace, blessing come to me. Grace, blessing come to me to set me free. Sensuality. Your freedom flowing from far away. I dance, I love, I laugh, I play. I like that. Hey, Pi, are you down there? Hold on. Cat hunting. Come here, buddy. Come here, baby. Come on. I know you want to come back up. He's playing with my feet. Maybe he'll come back up when the noise is gone. Safe travel. Keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. Romance. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. Magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. And no, I'm not focusing on the images here because you're not going to be reading these like that. Good cheer. With kind heart and humor free, may good cheer rule, so mote it be. True love, come to me. True love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. Harmony, as I create, I will share. Harmony divine with love and care. Knowledge, let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of ancestors flow. Healing, candle flame, burn this hour. Bring to me your healing power. He made it to the window. He's growing so fast, and he's only been here a week. Health, Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and might. Trust, I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust, my faith endures. Confidence, by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light, burn higher. Creativity, by all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. Strength, strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. Victory, I shall celebrate, I shall rise, I will let victory make me wise. 36, study, let my mind be clear and strong, let me study well and long. Fertility, let all take root, seed, and sprout, let new life be all about. Divine guidance, whispers from the beings who shine, let their message be clear and kind. Safe home, I cast this circle round about, safety now is beyond doubt. Psychic protection, around me now a shield of gold, protecting me strong and bold. Imagination. Imagination now sets me free, divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Sorry, I got a pie check. Oh, he's still looking out the window. Good. Organization, with an S. Purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. I like the image here. Harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. That's the longest verse so far, and I really like it. How pertinent for Samhain, huh? New beginnings. Look that the last card is new beginnings. And you know what? It was the last card on the one yesterday, because it's like I'm having a deja vu. Have I reviewed this? No, it was the one I did yesterday. It also shows you I get really in the moment. I'm not thinking about anything but the deck I'm on. So yes, the last card in both Magickal Spellcards decks was New Beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. And what a beautiful thing. Oh, it's not the last card. 45, dream sweet, sleep deep. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn, wondrous dreams for days reborn. I'm going to go back to this other deck real quick and look at, oh, they're all shuffled. Never mind. I was going to say, are we in a line at all with things? I'm looking at the 15 card, which is Glamour. Glamour. The 26 card is True Love Come to Me. True love come to me. So she didn't reinvent the wheel. 19 is inspiration. Let's see. Well, let's just do it this way. It's easier. And I flipped straight to the 19 card. And this one is Isis, inspiration. So the decks certainly can be done side by side. This one, though, has 44 cards. New Beginnings is the last one. She added the sleep one to this one. So there's 45 in this deck. Very, very interesting, and we will continue the comparison once I pull a card from here. I will hunt it down in the other deck, and we can do a side by side with the books. So let's get started here by asking ancestors and allies, guides and guardians, to please come and be present, to accept this offering of fresh water. Did my charcoal light? It did not. Hold on. The little fragment of it that I lit yesterday exploded and burned holes in my cloth. So, you know. Oop, something flared. There we go. Come on. Please don't explode. Hey. I offer you the fire of Azrael, that we may divine our purpose and choose the correct spell for today, I also offer you a sound wash. The element of spirit. May spirit come and infuse this deck. May you drink deeply of the fresh water I'm offering you and be attracted by this sweet perfume of the fire of Azrael. All right, let's try a shuffle. I have a feeling this is going to be kind of an epic fail, but we'll see. Actually not. Oops. Actually, yes. Let's try that again. That's better. I hear some birds. I have to say, I am feeling a lot of joy this morning. Mostly because we had a lovely fire last night. It was a glorious evening, just sitting out, smelling the woods, smelling the leaves. We threw some damp leaves on the fire to perfume the neighborhood. To me, when I grew up, and you know, a lot of you, I'm sure, in the U.S., the smell of Samhain and trick-or-treating was always on Samhain night. It didn't matter what night of the week it was, and it was always at night. Daytime trick-or-treating started because people were assholes and things were happening to kids at night and people were getting up to vandalism and bad stuff, so they switched it to during the day. And then it started becoming, the weekend, because you can't do it during the day on a school day. But the smell of Samhain was burning leaves, because what people did was they raked their yards. There was no leaf pickup. They raked their yards, and in like little off, out of the way neighborhoods, people would put this huge pile of leaves in the middle of the road or over to the side of the road and burn them. So everywhere you smelled burning leaves. Now, I don't know if in England they still do this, but they used to do that with the cornfield. So any, grain in England, they call grain corn. So whether it was barley or wheat or anything, the way they put the fields to bed was to burn them. I don't know if they still do that or if they've stopped that because of, the same reason the U.S. stopped people burning leaves. But it was wonderful to smell those burning leaves. And look here. I'm looking at the backs. These all have different, no. All right, I'm very curious now. This has a different back. So does this one. But this one's the same as this. Okay, now we got to see if these shake out into 34, 19, and 14. I'll have this. Okay, so there's something to look up. Why do they have different backs? And how many different backs do they have? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would seem that there's 5 different backs. That would mean 8 cards for each. And now I've deshuffled them by sorting, so I'm going to shuffle them again. I'm just going to cut shuffle from here on out. They're mixed up enough. Let's go to the book. Here, Pai Pai. Come here, baby boy. Oops. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, it's okay. Do you want down? All right. Book. Welcome to a world of enchantment, empowerment, and energetic change, and congratulations for choosing to interact with the wonders all about us by working with your magical spell cards. All right, everyone needs to bring magic into their daily life, incorporating simple daily rituals, how to create a magical space, and we have similarities from the other deck. Take responsibility for what you're creating. Center your energy when you work magic. If your emotional state is out of balance, if you're agitated or distressed, your spell work will be cast amidst instability. Please, this does not mean you cannot harness the deep emotions that can flow through all of us. However, it's best to wait for the peaceful center of the storm or for the peak intensity to pass before doing your work. Let it go, then let the magic flow. It's getting loud, folks. Cleanse your energetic field regularly. May you wish to bathe with a handful of salt or 4. I do one for the maiden, one for the mother, one for the crone, and one for the unnamed and unnameable. Nurture yourself, sleep well, move, create more love in your life, trust that you're the authority in your life, breathe fresh air. You do all those things, your life's going to improve anyway, whether you do the actual spell work or not. If you do all those things she's talked about, your life's going to improve. How to work with your magical spell cards. 2 ways. The universe decides and you decide, same as the other book. How to store and re-energize your magical spell cards. Magical spell cards that leap or repeat. Sometimes when you shuffle, a card will fly out and land upright or reversed. If this takes place, go no further. This is the spell you're meant to cast. At other times, you may notice the same card comes up for you again and again. When this occurs, be sure to clear your energy and work with this spell with intent and integrity. And we can close one window anyway. A spread of spells. You do not have to work with one card at a time. You can also work with the cards in spreads, just as you would with other forms of cartomancy, to see what spells you could work with. For example, work with a past, present, future 3-card spread to help you heal. Make the most of the present and prepare to and plan to become who you're meant to be. To work with this spread, shuffle and cut the deck, then lay out the cards from the top of the deck, one to the left, one in the middle, one to the right. Card to the left will show you a spell you can cast to heal the past. Card in the center, cast to influence the present. Card on the right to influence the, represents the spell to cast to best create the future that will serve you and your purpose. Working magic for others. Let's read this part. You can work with these cards to assist others. They will help give insight to your loved ones or to your clients if you wish to work magic for others. Of course, you must always do this with full consent of the other person and never cast against the free will of another soul. Consent is necessary with very few exceptions. For example, we could cast a healing spell for another soul without verbal consent if they are incapacitated by injury. If you do that, what I would do, it's kind of like praying for somebody. You know, you put out the good energy. I always put it out with the intent that this energy is fully available to this person if they choose. The disclaimer I usually put on it is, may this energy be received in keeping with each one's personal will and karma. So may this energy work in keeping with personal will and karma. So if this person energetically is not ready and willing to receive this healing, it won't work, right? You cannot remove another person's karma. You cannot, not your job. So you're not getting in the way of their karma. You know, let this work within their karma and within their personal will. All right. I mean, if you think about it, think about somebody that, you know, needs to learn a lesson. Think about somebody that's driving intoxicated and they get pulled over. If they don't suffer the consequences of that, if they don't accept their karma, which karma is the result of your actions, your consequences, if they don't have to go through their karma. If somebody steps in and pays somebody off or, you know, gets them off the hook or whatever, they don't suffer those consequences, it's going to come around again. It's going to come around again. And, you know, maybe when it comes around again, they cause an accident and somebody gets hurt or killed. So sometimes when we try to get in the way of someone else's karma, when we try to forestall, it just means that it's got more time to circulate around. Karma moves, energy moves in circles. It's going to go out, it's going to gather to it more of the same, and it's going to come back harder. That's the way energy goes. The longer it goes without coming to fruition, the bigger it gets. Okay. How often? Okay, gods and goddesses within the spells. You will notice spells work with a number of deities. These beings have been carefully chosen and consulted in order to bring divine power, energy, and blessings to your magical work. Here's a guide to some of the beings we'll be working with within the spells. Aphrodite, Artemis, Lakshmi, Mat, Namasini, Nike, Breed, Freya, Ellen, Hypnos, Lu, Isis, Themis. Wow. Okay, so lots of them. And I want to look at ones that I'm not familiar with here. Aphrodite, of course, love and beauty. Artemis is the hunt. Lakshmi, Artemis and Diana. Lakshmi is abundance, beauty, and tranquility. Interesting that she's in there because she and Aphrodite are kind of on a par. Mat is truth, balance, justice, ethics. Namasini, a powerhouse of memory, recall, words, meaning, sage advice. Nike is a goddess of victory. All right. I was going to say she's kind of online with Artemis, but more with Athena. I mean, she's Athena, Nike. Breed, goddess of the holy well and sacred flame, and, passion and smithcraft and poetry and making of all kinds. Freya, Germanic goddess, beautiful and beloved, also independent, strong, and challenging. Chariot pulled by cats. Ellen, this Paleolithic British goddess, is the keeper of the pathways and directions our soul can take in a lifetime. Sounds maybe like Hecate a little bit. Helps us find our way when we're lost. Yes. Labyrinths, all that. Horned goddess, considered by many to be a horned goddess, so that sounds like Hecate-ish. Hypnos, energy of sleep. Lu, the god of the sun. A smith, a warrior, lover. Isis, magic, compassion, warm and caring. Themis, she is a titaness, a daughter of Gaia. Oversees the natural order, cosmic order, earthly rightness, fairness, and justness. Okay, justice. Fairies, mermaids, and dragons within the spells. We have fairies, gnomes, mermaids, dragons, and centaurs. Fairies support imagination and play. Gnomes assist us with knowledge, creation of wealth, and prosperity, so they're earth. Fairies sound more like air. Mermaids are water. Dragons are fire. This shakes out very easily. Centaurs, these healers help with humanity individually and collectively to transform wounds into strength, so there's healing energy there. Working with candles in magical spells, the magical circle of light. Okay, so talking about putting your shields around you, and I'm going to open the window again because it's cool and I'm hot. The power of your voice, chanting. Our voice carries our energy. Of course, I open the window right when they're coming around again. They're out in the field. All right. Our voice carries our energy. Those of us fortunate enough to be able to sing and speak have been given a great gift, which can be consciously worked with to convey energy. When we chant within our spells, we're physically engaging with the spell. We're making the idea and intent tangible and real. And guess what? You're engaging another part of your brain. Verbal, speech. And not just speaking, but you're hearing it as well. You're hearing the words. Thinking them, writing them, speaking them, hearing them rhythmically. You're engaging all sorts of brain. Okay, all sorts of brain. What the fuck? All right. When we chant within our spells, we're physically engaging, making the idea into blah, blah, blah. We're communicating energetically. This is why I include so many chants within your spells. Chant and voice and spellcasting, so powerful, exciting, enjoyable, and uplifting. All right, you might feel self-conscious at first, but just do it. The magic of timing, the days of the week, same as in the other book, the moon phases, dark, new, waxing, full, waning. She puts more moon phases in here. The cycle, magic of essential oils, herbs and plants, meaning of colors, magical book of shadows and light, the law of three. Okay. Now, let's grab one. All right. We'll start with one. Okay, from the energy of these cards, please come forth. The spell that we need in order to be our best today, to thrive, to move through this season, and come out the other end better and stronger. And we've got 3 that just came out. So it is certainly letting me know. And victory is upside down. I'm going to leave it that way. And see if there, I don't know if there's any kind of reverse thing, but we'll find out. All right. Organization, grace, and victory. Okay. So there are several pages for each card. There's an introduction. Organization doesn't sound particularly magical, does it? But without a practical foundation or structure, we can be chaotic and spend our energy where it's not needed. This spell will calm the erratic, scattered quality we can all sometimes have, and thus help us to make the very most of our personal magic and of the time and energy we have. So yes, having a plan, being organized, having your area organized to support the work that you want to do is absolutely important. Some of us are gifted with organization, others are not. With my Mercury in Virgo, I can organize the shit out of anything. Seriously. But it takes over me because I've got that Pluto conjuncting the Mercury, so things can go overboard. Things can get too intense. So I can organize and reorganize and reorganize. But I can also stop myself. You know, it's not a disorder by any means. And I recognize when it's becoming, but you know, sometimes it's just, I just do it to use up the energy. With my collection, the deck collection, I'm constantly doing a reorg because I have to get more room to store the decks. I just did a big reorg because I've had all these gift decks come in and it's like, oh shit, I'm out of room. So, I had a brainwave because the decks that are just in bags were just kind of stacked. And anytime I'd go for one, they were always falling over. So I finally got a nice big box to put those all in. And it is chock full. Next deck that goes in a bag, I'm screwed. Okay. All right. Organization spell. This spell is best to cast on a Wednesday, Mercury, though any day is suitable. And again, with spells, the best time to cast the spell is when you're in it, when you need it. And so I'm going to disagree with her on one point. I do agree that if you are in the throes of chaotic emotion, it's best not to do a spell on the spur of the moment like that because you're going to be putting that chaos out there, so you want to bring it down. But when you are in that place of, this is what I need to do, and that's emotional too, that feeling of being purposeful and driven, that's when you do it. I need this now, okay? So, and also, if you have your ethical shit together and you know what you do and don't want to do with spells, like you're not going to go casting spells on other people. You know, I'm pissed off, I'm going to cast a spell on the person I'm pissed off at. As long as you aren't doing that shit, and you've got your basic ethical boundaries together, you're going to be okay, I think. As long as you put your spiritual disclaimers in there. May this all go out. I always ask my guides and guardians to get in the way for me. Please support me. If I'm doing something wrong here, if I am stepping out of line, if I am triggering unintended consequences here, please stop this. Please get in the way for me. And if you trust your guides and guardians, they'll do that for you. Okay, back to revenons à nos moutons. Let's get back to our sheep here. So here is, she talks about a candle and a paper and pen. She talks about everything you need. Let's read through this first one. How about that? You'll need paper, pen, a candle, sandalwood oil, and sweet orange oil. Go to your sacred space and see a circle of white light all about you. When you can feel the circle strong and glowing, pop 3 drops of sandalwood oil and 1 drop of orange oil into your hands. Rub your hands together gently, warming the oil. And then roll the candle between your hands. Light the candle and chant 3 times. I call upon the goddess and God to help me break through habits of old. Possibly we'll cut that one out. Oh, God. Okay. Oi, here he comes again. Third time pays for all. I call upon the goddess and God to help me break through habits of old. I begin now to rebuild a purpose framework in which my skills can reach potential, be fulfilled. Clarity, order, I now require to... Holy shit! No, thank God. Clarity, order, I now require to... As in the midst of chaos here. Clarity, order, I now require to bring about my desires. Purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me easily, and by the power of 3 times 3 as I do will, so mote it be. And that's what I seal my spells with, by the power of 3 times 3 as I do will, so mote it be. Take your pen and paper, begin to write a list of what you need to do. Include big long-term projects and short-term must-do-today projects. And break them down that way. On another sheet of paper, organize these projects into groups of big picture, long-term dreams, what must be done soon and what must be done this week. Once this is done, blow out your candle and send a wish for organization and the freedom and clarity it can bring out into the universe. Close your circle, seeing it shimmer and merge back into the great universe from which it emerged, and know the energy you have invested this day will return to you to the power of 3. Make a commitment to move through your list over the next 7 days, remembering the wonderful feeling you have when each item is ticked off. Be sure to take steps to complete tasks each and every day and really build the momentum. Work with dedication and motivation will follow. Blessed be, brilliant one. Okay, I'm confused here. The blowing out the candle part confused me because I was taught you do not ever blow out a spell candle. You burn down a spell candle. But if you need to put it out, like if you're doing a 9-day spell or you're doing it over time, you pinch and, wet your fingers, gob on your fingers. And when you pinch that flame, you're pushing it into the candle. You're pushing the light into the candle so it holds the energy. When you blow out the candle, you're blowing the energy away. I have never heard blow out the candle. So and the other thing is, she says, make a commitment to move through your list over the next 7 days, but she doesn't say relight the candle every day or burn it out completely at the end. And I'm questioning that. I certainly would. If you're going to do this over 7 days, light the candle each time, go through the whole, go through the spell again, basically, while you're working with your list, but don't blow out the frickin' candle. And at the end... And what I would do is do this on a waxing moon and time it to culminate at the full. So, reverse engineer that I want it to culminate here. So here's when I'm starting it. You would also do well to start on an Earth moon, like, launch it on a Capricorn moon. You could also do it to culminate on a Capricorn moon. I mean, you can... What do I always say? A good witch can make anything work, right? You look at the energies that you have available to you and you frame it to use those energies to enhance your spell. All right, grace. The ability to bear what must be borne without objection, anguish, or agony. This is like the Zen mind. Without objection, that's aversion. Anguish or agony, whatever. So without, attachment, aversion, all those 3 forms of suffering in Buddhism. Doesn't mean you're immunized against the sadness and pain life can bring, but this spell will grant you the fortitude to learn what you can, cope with what you must, and be wise when it counts the most. So what this is to do is to calm down this shouldn't be happening. This is wrong. I know that the rage. If there's grace, you come to the place where you're saying, maybe this isn't what I want to be happening, and it is, in fact, a negative thing, but it is happening. Give me the grace to be in it and endure it so I can, be active and be potent during the time. Grace spell. Go to your altar, visualize a circle of light. I'm not going to read this whole thing. So she actually gives, turn your palms outwards, allow your breathing to soften. Do we have a candle here? No. So you're standing, getting your white light. In your mind's eye, see any areas of pain or weakness. Chant this: grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. Lift the burdens I have known, lift the pain that I have sown. Clear the path so I can be whole and free to walk with thee. Through day of gold, through nights so cold. It might be days of gold, through nights so cold. Walk with me and clear my soul, and by the power of three by three, as I do will, so mote it be. Feel the areas you made yourself aware of glowing brightly and beginning to dissolve with white light. Okay. So we have grace. We got to get ourselves organized. We got to accept where we are with grace today. So grace is for the present moment. The past is getting shit organized. So I'm looking at, just your records, your stuff, that it's time to go over your past stuff and get things organized and put away. Organized, which means you're also going to weed out what you don't want anymore. So cleaning up the past through organization, grace in the present moment to just be where we are with serenity. Remember the serenity prayer? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So that separates your sphere of influence. Here's what I can do something about, here's what I can't do anything about, and let me be able to see the difference. And then victory, and I'm not going to look at this. Obviously, there are no reverses here, so we're just going to turn this around because this is not a divinatory deck. Let the bells chime out for you. Victory is in sight. If you've suffered and labored or wondered where this life can possibly be taking you, this spell will help you hear the pealing of the victory bells. Okay, gold cloth, candle, goblet or chalice, or a lovely cup of some warmed wine or juice with some warming herbs. What in the hell is going on here? Oh, okay, sorry. My phone is waking up and doing things that I didn't ask for. Warmed wine and juice and some warming herbs and spices, a pinch of cinnamon, 3 black peppercorns, 2 to 3 star anise, a cardamom pod, honey and nutmeg, gold cloth, gaze into the flame. Nike, fly unto me now, place the garland on my brow. Let sweet victory now be mine, let this triumph be divine. I shall celebrate you, and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. Thank you, Nike, and by the power of 3, as I do will, so mote it be. So, celebrating victory. So in the future, just talking about future. I think what the message here is talking about, just visualizing victory. And oh boy, is this pertinent right now at almost November 2020 as I record this. So start visualizing that victory. The victory of decent people. The victory of real democracy. The victory of hobbits, the small people, the everyday people, the people that have a vote each. Victory in pulling our planet back from, rape and pillage and plunder. The victory of pulling our planet back into equilibrium with itself, away from climate change. So yeah. Victory spell for the future. And okay, let's look at, let's go here and do the comparison that I said I would do. Victory. So let the bells chime out for you. Victory is in sight. For you, victory is in sight. Okay, the writing is the same. If you've suffered or labored or wondered what, will soon be upon you. This part is exactly the same. So she has published this same thing through 2 different publishers. Victory spell. Steep herbs of your choice in red wine, mulled over soft heat. Drink from a ceremonial goblet and toast your victory with every sip. See yourself emerging victorious, joyful, and strong, and know that it's safe to be victorious, for there are none vanquished. This is a victory of the most positive kind for the greater good of all, so mote it be. So she literally has taken her first deck and just built it out into a new and more comprehensive and complete form through a new publisher. I would say go for the second one. Absolutely go for the second one. I like the spells that are in here. I think they're really adaptable to how you do your spell work, because of course you are going to do you, boo. Right? You are going to follow your ethical standards. And you know what? She doesn't mention anywhere the backs of the cards. Let's see. These spells are enchanted. Okay, that says the same thing. Allow these life-changing spells, blah, blah, blah. This is one thing. The booklet provides an in-depth, easy-to-understand guide to spellcasting, moon phases, magical correspondences, and includes fascinating background information for each spell. But we don't mention the fact that we have different backs on them. Does that mean something or not? Huh. Apparently not, but it's interesting. Again, I guess I get into this thing of the universe doesn't waste energy. And when an organism or a being or a plant has attributes, those attributes are there for a reason. And this is what happens with evolution, is there are attributes that no longer serve a purpose, and those kind of go away or remain as vestiges, as vestigial organs and things like that. And then we evolve new attributes to meet the circumstances that we have to survive under. And I guess I look at that kind of organic idea when you're creating something. When you have something to create and bring into the world, why are you making the choices you're making? And if they don't have a purpose, why are you making them? And maybe the purpose is, I just thought that would be cool. Fine. I'm down with that. I'm absolutely down with that. But I am a really curious person. I'm really curious. And what I want to know always is why? Why? Why did you do that? Is there a reason behind it? Tell me more. So we'll let her off the hook for that. As always, I love Lucy's stuff. I love her writing. I love her decks. This is so different in quality because she's not working with an artist and because of the purpose of this deck. It's not divinatory. It really is for doing magic. So a hearty recommendation there, as always, with Lucy's stuff. I really appreciate you being here. Please hit subscribe and click the notification button so you'll know that a video is dropping every damn day. I mean, come find me. It's here every day. You don't even need the notification. But if you click that, I put out other videos. I am beefing up my content, you guys. Buddhist content, astrological content, along with the daily unboxing. If you're digging this content, think about sending me a donation or joining my Patreon. I am getting ready to start uploading exclusive content for my priestess level Patreon, and you might want to be in on that. There will be spell stuff, there will be astrology stuff, there will be all kinds of stuff there. Also, think about joining my Discord. We're just slowly building a little community. And that community is going to be able to have voice chats together, to do group readings together, to hang out together. You can hang out together with me absolutely free over on Discord. So join up. Come the end of October and the beginning of November, I'm going to start scheduling events there so you'll know what's happening and when to show up to hang out and have chats and stuff. So I hope you have an excellent day. I'm so sorry for all the noise and chaos during this, but what the hell? What are you going to do? Last open window day, the woods are glorious. Please get out and enjoy some sunshine and fresh air if you can. Please wear your mask and stay safe so that I can see you tomorrow for another unboxing and next Wednesday for a live stream. Until then, be your best, best, best self. And I'll say it again, a good witch can make anything work. I'll see you guys later. Blessed be.